Alright, what is going on, everybody? It is your boy Ora. So we're back with another video on the New Era channel. How we doing? So in today's video, I'm gonna be showing you guys how to make beats for Ken Carson / Playboi Carti. Ken Carson been on the come up, you know what I mean? He been just dropped. I think it was a while ago actually, but he dropped Teen X. They dropped Teen X Relapse, I think it's called. And yeah, he's been blowing up. You know what I mean? He's got like that kind of Carti sound. So a lot of people have been tuning in lately. So I wanted to come out here and make a, one of those tutorials. I feel like I want to try to hop on the wave a little early. So yeah, this is like one of my first beats. It's kind of different from like the normal Playboi Carti kind of vibe. I think nowadays Carti's beats are more just like, I guess you could call them weird. But now Ken Carson, he just has like more of that like hyper popish / Carti kind of style. It's like kind of a mix of both. So yeah, I mean, if you listen to some of his stuff, you would probably understand what I'm talking about. But yeah, I'm not gonna waste any more time. Let's just get straight into the video. All right, so for the first main sound, I just drew in like a really kind of catchy, bouncy chord progression with a lot of filler notes. You know what I mean? Very fast, kind of rapid notes. I got this sound out of my Omnisphere bank. It's called the RP Pluck, I think it was called. So yeah, I'll go ahead and play it out for you guys. Here it is. So the only thing that's like weird about this is like the fact that it's an ARP, so some notes will play over others, which is kind of why like you won't really hear these notes. You kind of just hear the top notes. That's a little weird. But yeah, and on a few of the notes in the chords, I let these notes hang a little bit, so it like drags out another note, so it'll sound like, you know what I mean? You'll get that kind of extra note. I don't know, you might think it sounds bad, but shit, that's what I went with. All right, so for the next sound, I just honestly, for this melody, I just drew in like a ton of different sounds instead of just a main progression and then a top melody or like a counter melody with another sound. I did like multiple different sounds. The way it gave it more variety, and it was a little more diverse. So that way it wasn't just like, okay, chord progression and then like a top melody or a counter melody or whatever the fuck. All right, so for the next sound, we just have basically just a synth brought down a few octaves, and a lot of these like new Ken Carson type beats, you'll probably be hearing this a lot. I don't know why, it's just kind of like in style. It's basically just like a hit, but it's like a synth, you know what I mean? So it sounds pretty cool. I'm sure you've heard it. I'll go ahead and play it out for you guys. Did a little stutter roll right there, whatever the fuck you call it. And by the way, I'm not really showing you guys the effects just because they're very simple. It's just low cuts and then reverb. You've seen it. Jesus Christ. You've seen it before in like all my videos, you know what I mean? In a lot of my melodies, it's just very simple low cuts and reverb. For this sound, obviously, I did something different. I, cut out the highs and the lows and then just added a reverb. So it's a little different than usual, but normally all of the sounds here just are a simple low cut and reverb. So for the next sound, it's basically just like the main lead or synth. I'll go ahead and play it out. Yeah, it's basically, my bad. It basically just plays over. Very repetitive, but at the same time it's very catchy, which is exactly what I wanted it to be. So I think it sounds pretty good. All together. There you go. So then for basically the final sound of the like the melody, just another synth. I'll go ahead and play it out. And then all together it sounds like this. And that's pretty much it. And then obviously, just to top it all off, we just have a bass. It's kind of like a darker bass. You know what I mean? This is more like a Travis Scott kind of bass or whatever the fuck. But like, whatever. You know what I mean? I think it worked out well. Yeah. So, all together. There you go. So for the drums, for for the 808s, you know, just a very simple Zay. Out knob turned up, boosted a little bit. When it comes to like these Ken Carson type beats, I always recommend keeping your drums mainly simple. You know, like your hi-hats and shit like that. Don't do anything crazy. Basically, just make them, you know, somewhat simple. You know, obviously you can add your little twist to it, but for the most part, I would say just try to keep it simple. So I'll play it out. There you go. And for the clap, you already know what the clap is. It's just a very simple clap. But for this clap, I did something a little different, where on the last clap, I added just like a roll into the clap. You know what I mean? And then I added a lot of reverb to it. So I think it sounds really cool. It makes it very unique. You know what I mean? So there's like just something different in the beat, you know. For the hi-hats, I didn't go with the generic two-step. I just kind of made them a little more catchy. Took out some of the notes in the two-step. And then, you know, just added some simple rolls here and there. So here's what it sounds like. Here you go. You know what I mean? I think it sounds pretty good. Let me just have an open hat. Not too loud. It's right before the second and fourth clap. Then we have another open hat, just to add more bounce. I think like the goal when making this beat was just bounce, you know what I mean? Go for bounce. And then we have some perks. You know, yeah, the other one. Whatever. Sure, you know what the fuck the perks are. But yeah. And with the 808. It's might be a waste of time, you know, playing them all out like this, but yeah. And then everything together, it will sound like this. Yeah, man, I think for the most part it sounds pretty good. I'm no expert at making beats like this, you know what I mean? I think for a while I've been really focusing on like my piano shit, trying to get better at that. But yeah, I want to start trying to make a few of these kind of beats, you know what I mean? Because I think now they're a little bit more in demand. I think a lot of people like watching these tutorials. So yeah, I'm sure Ergo might do one in the future. I know he likes making these beats a lot. So yeah, man. More to come for sure. Yeah, man, I really hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you leave a like in the video. Subscribe to the New Era channel. Follow me on Instagram at ProudByAura. Follow New Era on Instagram at OneNewEra. All my kits are up on newera.link. You know what I mean? Maze just dropped his new stash kit. Go cop that. Go fuck with it. We better make a new Discord as well. So I'll probably, you know, make a post on like the community tab or some shit. And yeah, y'all can join up. Don't get lit in there. Yeah, man, thank y'all so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.